So everyone has a worst first date story. This is not my worst first date. It is, however, the worst first date that somebody else had, and it was with me. So I pick her up, and it was a long drive we were going, and it was going great, having a good conversation, laughs, and we get to the classiest restaurant I could think of as a 21-year-old in San Francisco, the Rainforest Cafe at the Fisherman's Wharf. And as we walk in, we get our table, and we're sitting in the midst of animals and trees. This is not the bad part yet, by the way. But we're sitting there, we're having a good time. We order our food, we're eating overpriced, crappy meals, and all of a sudden she gets quiet. And me being a perceptive human being with eyes and ears, I say, "What's the matter? Are you okay?" And she goes, "Oh no, I'm allergic to shellfish." And I look at her plate and I'm like, "Why did you order shrimp?" And she looks back at me like, "I don't know. I thought it would taste good." And then I remember in my car, I had an emergency bag with things that people might need. I had tampons in there. I had ibuprofen. I had a needle and thread, and I had Benadryl. And so I asked her, would that help? And she says it might. And so we go back to my car, and I give her the Benadryl, and she says she's feeling better. I'm like, "Are you sure? Why don't I take you home and we'll, go on another date another night?" But she's like, "No, I'm actually feeling a lot better." And so we decided to go walk along the pier to the romantic sounds of seals barking. And after about 15 or 20 minutes, she gets quiet again. And I'm like, "Oh, are you okay?" And she's like, I'm really itchy." And I'm like, "We should go." And she's like, "No, I'm fine. So we walk some more and we're holding hands and chatting, but she's really quiet. I'm like, can we go to the hospital?" And she's like, I think maybe I should go home. So I'm walking her to her front door, and she has her head down and she's kind of looking really bad. And her sister, who she lived with, comes out looking like she was about to stab me. She's like, what happened here?" And I'm like, "She had shellfish and she asked me to take her home. So I brought her here." And so her sister, God bless her, took her inside. And that was the end of the date for me. However, the next morning I texted her and said, "Hey, how are you feeling?" And she said, "Not great. I just got home from the hospital." Apparently, soon after, she started swelling up and her throat started itching. And so they rushed to the hospital, and they said that it was a good thing that she had some Benadryl because it stopped it from getting much worse than it could have been. But she was there for most of the night as they were watching her and making sure she was okay. And long story short, we went on a few more dates. We're still friends to this day. That was not my wife. That didn't turn into anything else. But you should always have a little emergency case in your car because you never know when you're going to need it.